dying for him in the past life, living for him in this one, facing the reborn Amber's blood. Kay shields might without hesitation. Shelby roars in despair. You'd die for him again? Kay smiles defiantly. This time, it's my choice.
The sound of the gunshot sent Amber scrambling. She panicked, slipped, and plunged off a cliff. But her fate was unknown. For that, Shelby hated my guts. So the next time I was kidnapped by an enemy gang, he didn't come but just sent a message. Kay, the biggest regret of my life was saving you. You owe Amber a life. Pay it with yours. My heart shattered. The enemy finished me off, dumping my body in the wild. Then, I blinked, and I was back. Back on the exact day he asked me to protect that girl. This time, I firmly refused.
No, I can't protect her. My family's waiting for me back home. I'm getting married.
I paid my debt to him in my last life. This time, I was choosing to marry someone else, atoning for his last life's regrets. For the first time, a flicker of something crossed Shelby's cold face. He scoffed.
Kay, after all this time with me, your reputation and innocence are shot. Who the hell would marry you? When I go legit and marry Amber, you can still stay with me. But don't push it. This little tantrum isn't cute.
He was so sure I was bluffing, but he'd forgotten I never lie. My parents had found a man years ago, overseas.
Kay, I know you don't like me, but you can't embarrass me in front of all of Shelby's men. I heard you've had to take care of a lot of girls before for Shelby. So you know how to take care of me, right?
Shelby had a lot of women, and I cleaned up his messes. But Amber was different. He genuinely put her on a pedestal.
Shelby, you're right. I'm not young. I can't keep playing this nameless part with you. We're done.
Seeing the tension, one of them tried to break the ice with a laugh.
Kay, you're kidding with us, right? Shelby can't live without you. We've been a big family. No need to blow things up. Yeah, Kay. It's been 10 years. We've all prepared for your wedding gift. Just stay.
Before he finished, Shelby snatched an ashtray and hurled it at the guy's head. Silence returned. No one dared breathe a word for me.
Who the hell said I can't live without Kay? Are you raised by her? We don't depend on any one person. From now on, Amber takes Kay's place as my second in command. Disagree? Talk to my gun.
A bitter laugh escaped my lips. In 10 years, Shelby had never, not once, defended me like that. His response to me was always the same.
You've taken worse hits. Getting insulted isn't gonna kill you.
Remembering that, I gave a humorless laugh and left. But he chased me, digging into my wrist.
Kay, you walk out that door now, you're never coming back.
I just stared at him, saying nothing. My silence fueled his rage, and he finally exploded.
Fine, Kay! You won! So get the hell out, as far as you can. Don't you dare get in my damn way like you did last life!
I froze. So he had a second life, too. I couldn't believe it. Even with a second chance, he hated me even worse. I just stood there, silently watching as he hugged Amber and walked out of my sight. The second he was gone, his guys rushed over to comfort me.
Kay, he's just messing around. You two have been in love for years. He's not gonna marry her. Yeah, Kay, you gotta talk with him. He listens to you the most. We don't trust a young girl. It's a joke.
I walked over to the window and lit a cigarette. The smoke curled around my fingers and the wind tore it all to pieces.
I've aging handled the handover. Here's the key to the confidential cabinet. Give it to Shelby when you see him.
Hey, wait! When will you come back?
I stopped for a second, but I didn't turn around.
Never.
I went back home and packed my things while Shelby wasn't there. I barely had anything left in the 10 years. The old Polaroid that I bought with him, the bracelet he bought me with his first big payout, the busted harmonica he could never learn to play right when he first told me he loved me. I tossed them all into a wooden box and burned them to ashes. I was just walking out with my small suitcase. Shelby came to me in a rage. His hand clamped around my throat.
Kay, did I not warn you to stay away from Amber? So my warning meant nothing to you?
Where do you get the nerve to poison her?
If anything happens to her, I will kill you again.
No, I didn't.
This is your last chance, Kay. Get to the hospital and beg for Amber's forgiveness. Or I won't let you die, but will make you wish you were dead.
He wrenched my arm and shoved me into his car, speeding all the way to the hospital. In the ICU, I saw Amber lying in a bed, her face pale and lifeless. The moment she saw me, she was in panic.
Kay, I'm sorry. Please don't force me to drink that poison again. I'll be good. I'll stay away from Shelby, I promise. Shelby saved my life. Even if you want me dead, please let me see him one last time.
I was just stunned silent by the outrageous lie.
Amber, it's okay. I'm here. No one can hurt you. The next time anyone tries to hurt you, I will punish them with no mercy. Say sorry.
I told you I didn't poison her. Why won't you ever believe me?
Kay, Amber almost died because of you. Now you pay for it.
Then he grabbed the back of my head and slammed my face into the cold tile. A wave of blinding pain and dizziness washed over me.
Say sorry to Amber until she forgives you.
Hot tears streamed down my face.
I'm sorry. Please, forgive me. I'll never show up in front of you again. I promise I'll disappear. I'll get out of your way for good.
Shelby's face darkened after I finished.
I looked up at him.
Stop playing the victim. I haven't forgotten how you got Amber killed in our last life. I already lost her once. I'm not losing her again. You've said sorry. Now get the hell out.
Hate welled up in my eyes. I used the wall to pull myself up and pulled the door open with the last bit of strength. Right before I was in a coma, I completely vanished from his sight. While I was unconscious, I remembered the first time I met Shelby in my last life. Back then, I was running from the marriage my family arranged. In the mountains, Shelby, 18, was like a god and saved me. He wore a black t-shirt faded nearly white from too many washes. There was always half a cigarette between his fingers, like it had grown there.
I'm nothing. No money. You're so delicate. You won't have a good future with me.
None of that mattered to me.
I'm already in my future.
He paused for a beat, but finally pulled me in and hugged me tight. That year, I lived in Shelby's poor basement apartment. Rain hit the city, and water dripped through the ceiling.